So today I wanted to talk to you about something that I feel really passionate about. It's something that I felt really passionate about for about the past 10 years. And I'm also hoping that I'm instilling in my children a passion for this subject as well. I feel passionate about it mostly because of the strain that it puts on our earth, but also the money factor. What I wanted to talk to you about is bottled water versus tap water. Now, America is one of the top consumers of bottled water in the world. And statistics from the Beverage Marketing Corporation state that during 2008, Americans purchased 8.6 billion gallons of bottled water. 3 years later, that sale rose to 9.1 billion gallons. According to bottledwater.org, between 1976 and 2013, the purchase of bottled water grew at an annual compounded growth rate of 9.5%, outdistancing every other beverage category. Now, in 1976, Americans drank 1.6 gallons of bottled water per person. In 2014, that number rose to 34.2 gallons of water per person. The reasons that people choose to drink bottled water versus tap water vary. Some people are trying to make healthier choices for themselves and their family, and bottled water is a really convenient and healthy way to do that. Also, some people don't like the smell or maybe the taste of the water in their area. It's also considered in some parts of the country to be safer to drink. And bottled water is regulated by the FDA because it is a food product. Tap water, on the other hand, is not regulated by the FDA. It's regulated by the EPA. And the EPA sets legal limits on the amount of contaminants in our drinking water. They also set testing schedules that water systems must follow. The cost of bottled water versus tap water is immense. ConvergeX Group Chief Market Strategist Nick Colas highlights a few statistics of bottled water consumption. In the U.S., he found that on average, bottled water costs about $1.22 per gallon, which is 300 times the cost of tap water. Now, according to IBWA, the cost per gallon of bottled water was $1.21 in 2013. Now, when you look at the cost of tap water, which is $2 per every 1,000 gallons, that means that priced by the gallon, bottled water is more than 600 times more expensive than tap water. 600 times more. That is a lot of money. Why are we spending that money when we can save it? Aquafina and Dasani are two of the most popular brands of bottled water. Now, these brands use tap water that has been enhanced with minerals as well as salt to enhance the flavor as well as the taste. So if you're going to buy tap water, you might as well use your own instead of paying so much more for tap water that has minerals and salt added to it. If the water in your area smells bad, or you think it tastes bad, or it smells a little funny, buy a water purifier. These screw onto your faucet. They're really easy to install and they're not very expensive, and they help get rid of the smell and the taste of your water. If you don't want to do that, then you can also purchase a pitcher that does the same thing, and it will help eliminate the bad smells and the bad taste from your water. The next thing you need to do is invest in a reusable bottle. They aren't really expensive, and they have some that last for years and years, and they keep your water cool, which I think is fantastic because I like to drink cold water, especially when it's hot outside. If cost alone isn't an issue or a factor in your decision, then consider the environment. We only have one Earth, and according to CreditDonkey.com, Americans purchase approximately 42.6 billion individual 1-liter bottles of water each year. Globally, people go through roughly 200 billion plastic water bottles annually. A lot of those bottles end up in landfills, and this puts a strain on our natural resources. The amount of bottles that we don't recycle each year, if placed end to end, would wrap around the world 4 times. If you want to leave the world a better place for future generations, then we need to do all that we can to limit the amount of trash that we put into our landfills. And one way to do this is to reduce the strain that we place on the planet is to quit buying bottled water and to start using reusable bottles and filling them with the water from your tap. Let's all do our part to save money and reduce the strain on our planet.